I'm reading a very cool book from 1898 by a lady named Elma Stewart. What Must I Do to Get Well? All right. And she was a friend of Dr. Salisbury of Salisbury Steaks. And back in 1858, he figured out a diet that would cure us if the cause of our sickness was foodborne. So he said you either get sick by accident, by infection, by poisons, or by what you've eaten. So if you didn't fall down the stairs and you're not currently ingesting something like cyanide, and you haven't gotten your body so out of balance that bacteria and things are doing their nature by decomposing that part of the body that can't defend itself. And that ties into the last thing, it's your food. So he prescribed, well, according to Elma, I haven't read his book yet, he has one that he wrote, and she drinks warm to hot water, coffee, tea, but without the coffee and the tea, so that kind of temperature water, and then ground beef. And for very sick people, for a while, that's all you eat. You eat your hot water, a pint or 2 pints. Well, I think it's 4 pints a day, no more, no less. You eat a pint in the morning, an hour before your first meal. You eat your 3 meals, I believe 4 hours apart. And that's not hard to do when you're eating just meat, trust me. And it's very lean meat. So apparently it's a very high protein diet, rebuilds the body. And what's left will be used as energy for the body, of course. But if you're so sick, that's kind of what you need. Excuse me. So essentially you eat at 8, and then again at 12, I guess, and then maybe or 8 or 1:30 and 5. 6:30 latest, and then 3 hours after your last meal, you drink your last bit of hot water. And that's for the sick. That's where I am so far. So kind of fascinating. And again, that goes very far as to why I wasn't so sick when I caught this last thing. Now everyone's going, well, it wasn't a big deal. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't test it against alpha, which I caught when I was quite metabolically bad, super extra, very bad. I didn't measure myself. Damn. But I kind of get the idea. As a matter of fact, I'll see if I can find a photo, and maybe I can get a diameter and a height and see if I can get close to what I was. I can tell you I was not well. Yesterday, I bought 1 kilo and a little bit of beef ribs. I ate almost all of that. Had a salad. Also a 2-egg omelet with bacon and cheese. That was for my breakfast, which is actually my dinner time, which is about 2 o'clock. And then last evening I was a little bit hungry, so I made a 3-egg omelet, and just with some cheese this time. I don't think I had bacon on it. No, I didn't. I actually made myself a big ball of ground beef, which is probably 1/3 of a pound. Ground that up a little bit, added some cumin, taco spices, garlic, onion, oregano, a little bit of cumin. And I put cheese on that, and then I cooked my 3 eggs, and I put that on top of the beef mixture. So that's what I ate, about 7:30 at night. So I'm sitting here about 13 hours into my next fast. And a quick side note, I did see a video precisely on what I was kind of dealing with here on social media and what would happen if you got off social media for 30 days. And it's much, much better. Yeah, some folks have seen me on Facebook and they're probably thinking, oh, there he goes again. But the thing is, I'm using it as a tool this time, just an outward push. I don't get into it. I don't worry about it. I don't chat about it. I don't want to get triggered by it. I don't want nothing about it. All right, it's an extremely dangerous means for me. It is for everyone. It's really a horrific thing. I mean, unless that's what you enjoy doing. But for me, I have plenty of other things. Like I said, my minimalist Goals. I have to get rid of several trinkets over this Lent, and now I have several books to read. I'm reading the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Once again, it's a great book. Gosh, you should probably read it once a year, just like How to Win Friends and Influence People. But I think I like the 7 Habits even a twitch more, because it's really about relationships and connecting instead of trying to schmooze people. Right? I think it's like How to Win Friends and Influence People, but it's in more depth, and it actually seek to understand and then be understood, which is why, segueing again off into what's happening in the world today, people aren't talking. They're just not talking. They're making it worse by saying, if you talk to me and you trigger me, then it's your fault. And I never agreed with that. In that sense, you got to listen to people. Just, you get 2 of these, and 1 of these, this should be closed, these should be open. I mean, these are open all the time. You really, unless you actually do something physically, but the mouth has a natural aspect to close. You should really keep your mouth shut, your ears open. And I think life would go a lot easier for a lot of people. And when you get on the proper human diet, your brain isn't all fogged out. You're not, really, I think most people are mentally ill. And compared to where I was, absolutely. And I thought I was in the norm. I thought I was, I'm pretty intelligent. I'm working physics. I'm working maths. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Nope, not compared to today, friends. And the meditation and the breathing and the HIIT training and the resistance. Life's good. I love life. We'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.